Greetings, I'm Pastor Eric Smith, and this is Wakening Grace. Today we welcome back Emily Bredthauer, who is our Director of Programs for St. Andrews by the Sea. Welcome, Emily.
I was in a meeting earlier a few weeks ago. Yes, even in pandemics, we still have meetings. And there was a moment where we were asked to share with one another about where we are emotionally these days. And folks shared, and it was difficult for some, easier for others. And at one point, someone admitted to feeling really stuck, that things were hard and they were struggling a little. A bit later, someone else suggested just being grateful as an antidote for sadness or struggle that they might be facing. And we ended that section of our time in the meeting, and reports were made, plans were started, and then we all logged off and went on with the rest of our days. The part about the struggle being hard and just being grateful as a fix really stuck with me. It was incredibly well intentioned, this suggestion of just being grateful. It was delivered very kindly and generically, not directed at any one person, and it is true. Gratitude is a good antidote sometimes. But there was something missing, which was an acknowledgement that this time is hard. At least it is for that one person. Though I suspect that this time is hard for a lot of us as well. And I realized something else. I realized that I have done that to other people in the past. I have been tone deaf to someone's emotional sharing and suggested something that seemed so obvious to me as a fix for their distress when they were in fact sharing and not asking for a fix of any sort. In fact, at one point in time, in a small group about 12 years ago, someone suggested just nixing the word just in front of a suggestion on emotions, because what is just easy for me might be more difficult or practically impossible for someone else. In fact, if I'm true, and I admit this all to you, I have done this to myself. When I have had a hard time, I might tell myself that I should just do this, and then that thing would help me out. For example, I might say, gosh, I feel sad, and I don't like feeling sad, and I should go for a walk and get outside, and then I won't feel sad, and all will be better. Instead, it might be kinder to say to myself, gosh, I feel sad today. Let me sit with this for a bit, even though it's uncomfortable, and see what I learn. I don't need to bully myself over my own emotions, because I know emotions are like the weather. With time and eventually, they change into something else. So in this particular time we're in, which is definitely difficult for many of us, for so many different reasons, I'm hopeful that we can be kind with each other and with ourselves. Your feelings, my feelings, all of our feelings, those are valid, whatever they are. So if you are feeling sad, that's okay. If you are feeling grateful, that's okay too. Humans are remarkably complex, and we can hold multiple, seemingly conflicting emotions at the same time. In fact, we could feel sad and grateful at the same time, and that's okay. We have permission to feel our feelings, whatever they are, without judgment from others or from ourselves. And right in the middle of all of this, all of these emotions, whatever those might be, right in the middle of it all is God, right next to each of us, holding our hands and telling us how much we are loved. There is no emotion we could have that would be too big or too scary for God. So if you're sad today, that's okay, and you are loved. And if you're feeling grateful today, that's just fine, and you are loved. And if you're both sad and grateful at the same time, that's just fine as well. You are loved beyond all measure. May we remember these things today. Amen.